In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you how you can legally never pay for travel again, and it's the exact same method that all of my clients are using to fly first class for cheaper than the price of economy, and it's all by leveraging the US credit system. Now, if you are outside the US, do not worry, because our team can now get anyone from outside the US into the US credit system, no matter which country you are from. And if you want to learn more on how you can do it so you can access the credit system so you can fly for free, then my calendar is going to be the first link in the description. What we need to understand is what the different cards mean, what their different perks are, and why we should be using each card. So the first card is going to be the Bilt card. Now, the beautiful part about this card is that there is no annual fees with this card, and they also have some premium travel perks alongside travel partners. And we're going to cover what travel partners mean and transfer partners mean later in the video. For this card, it offers 1 point per dollar on rent and some mortgages. So if you're paying rent, or maybe you're just hopping about in hotels and Airbnbs, if you are paying rent, then this card is just going to generate you free points on what you're already spending. And they have some amazing transfer partners like Alaska Airlines, and they also have insurance protection and purchase protection included. The next card we want to be leveraging is the Chase Sapphire Reserve, because with this card, we have massive travel redemption boost, which is 50% more valuable when redeeming through the Chase portal. We also have premium travel protection, which is the best in its class with trip delay, rental car, and loss coverage. And they also have the best transfer partners in the world. Now, speaking of transfer partners, we have the Chase Ink cards. Now, with these cards, all the points we generate, we are going to be transferring over to the Sapphire Reserve for more access to all the travel partners. So with the Business Cash, Business Unlimited, and the Business Preferred, we get massive sign-up bonuses, typically 85 to 100,000 points, but we also get 0% interest funding with this, between $50 and $100,000. Now, the sign-up bonuses could be even more depending on which season we are in, and sometimes there's bigger offers. Now, with the Business Cash card, what we want to be leveraging this for is going to be on office supply stores, internet, and phone, as they offer 5x points on it, which you can hack for gift card and manufactured spend. The Business Unlimited offers 1.5x points on everything, which is cool for big ad spenders, and the Business Preferred has 3x points on your travel, your shipping, and your ads again, with up to $150,000 annually. Okay, and like I said, we are going to transfer all of those to the Sapphire Reserve. Now with the Venture X, the Capital One card, this is a great gold mine that not many people are aware of, which has unlimited 2x points on all your spend, no categories required, instant redemptions, which are faster than both Chase and Amex, premium travel perks, priority pass lounge access. They do cover some travel credit. They have great trip protection. And like I said, crazy sign-up offers on this card. Now with the Amex Gold and the Platinum, people think the Platinum's better. It's really not. If you are a business owner and for your typical spend, you do want to leverage the Amex Gold, which has 4x earning on all high spend categories. Yes, including ads. And it automatically does that for your top 2 spending categories each month, which is up to $150,000 a year. Now with the sign-up bonuses included, because they are huge, you do average around 5.1x point multiplier. They also have some premium transfer partners for travel. And then if you're not spending on ads, it does cover, purchases for tech, restaurants, and airfare. Now, with the Amex Platinum, they do offer a 35% point rebate when booking flights through the portal. You get 1.5x points back on all purchases over $5,000. You do get access to the legendary Centurion Lounge. You get Priority Pass, great travel protection, and the best transfer partners in the world. And now we have the Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant, which is a great card to have in your arsenal, as they do offer automatic Platinum Elite status, which means you do not need to stay up to 50 nights to get this. Then they have free room upgrades to suites when available with this card. You get 4 p.m. late checkout, free breakfast, the lounge access at most of the Marriott brands, and a massive award night, okay, which is up to 85,000 points annually. And this includes Ritz-Carlton level of hotels. And when you're checking out with this card, always make sure you're using this card, as they do have a 6x point multiplier, okay? They also offer 3x on flights and your restaurants, but they also have dining credit and priority perks. So just an example, you need to understand which cards are the best for which is what we covered. So if it's rent, cool, use the Bilt card. If you're at the Marriott or eating out, the Marriott Bonvoy is going to be brilliant. If you're on ads, leverage the Amex Gold. Now, this is just an example. But what we want to do is make sure we're transferring all our points in the correct system, okay? Because we call this leveraging transfer partners, which means we have access to every major airline in the world via Amex, Chase, and Capital One. And your best value is going to come from transferring points to these partners, because our goal is not just to have 1 point equaling 1 cent, we want to have a 5 to 10x multiplier when redeeming the points. So if you think your 100,000 points is only worth 100,000, what we want to be aiming for is in theory a 500,000 to a million point, maximization. So you do not need all these points to generate the best deals. So what we want to be doing is redeeming it via Seats.aero. Okay, now these have some of the best it's the best platform for finding deals. So for example, just before this, if you were in London and you wanted to fly to New York at the JFK airport, you could get a first class flight for free with Qatar Airlines. Okay, you're getting your bed, sitting down, caviar, whatever it may be, and this is all via the Qatar Airways Privilege Club. And from here, you are getting for 68,000 points a first class flight directly to New York. Okay, and you don't even have to pay a penny. Another example, let's say, if you were going from Dublin to Paris, this was a business class flight is costing you 45,000 points and 98 Canadian dollars, which is like 60 US dollars, 70 US dollars. So the deals that you can find on this site are absolutely incredible, okay? And if you do want to learn the full travel hacking, funding, and access to the US from anywhere in the world, like I said, book a call on my calendar. We'll go over your exact roadmap, because everyone's going to have a custom solution. And then if all goes well, we're going to have you access to the US before the year ends. And no, you do not need to fly or travel to the US to get this set up. But from here, we can go through so many different airlines. Let's just say we want to fly from Miami. Let's give some more examples. And I have no idea where I want to go next. Let's say we want to go to London's boring. Do we want to go to Dubai? Let's just say Miami to Dubai. Like I said, I don't know what the flights typically look like on this, but let's just give it a search and see if there's anything available. So this was obviously a very poor travel. I mean, we could just be safe and go Miami to London. I know it's boring, but we'll pick Gatwick, and then we'll also pick Heathrow and see which are the best deals. So we search for Miami. I see some first class flights. So you could be flying first class once again with the likes of Qatar. Okay, if you look at the flight details, that is obviously not going to be offering anything nice. See what Qatar first flights are. Boom, free class Miami to London, 9-hour 55 direct flight. You get your bed, you get your caviar, all for 85,000 points, and you're not even paying a penny with this one, not even $100. So you can quite literally legally never pay for travel again, all through your flights. And then if you want access to, say, hotel passes and airline passes, we can then get for our clients access to the Marriott passes and even sometimes airline passes. Airline passes, you're pretty much getting free and 90% off flights through a staff pass. And with the hotel passes, you're looking at anywhere from 50 to 95% off all the brands on the Marriott. And like I said, this includes the Ritz-Carlton level. So you could be, flying. We've had examples of a client flying from traveling from $1,400 a night down to $150. Okay, so with all of this, from the travel to the hotel stays, you can pretty much save 95% off all your travel for the rest of your life, all just by leveraging the US credit system. And if you do want to learn more how you can do this or get access up to $250,000 in 0% interest funding, link in the description, and you'll be able to book into my calendar there.